When I'm cooking at home, I like to keep it really simple and easy. So today I'm showing you guys how to make my pan-fried spicy beef dumplings. To start, I am using a locally sourced WA beef, and I like to keep it a little bit fattier than usual. So if we're being specific, maybe 80% meat to 20% fat ratio. That's gonna keep it nice and moist and really tasty. So we're gonna add that straight in. There we go. For a bit of freshness and texture, I'm adding some finely diced celery today. Straight into our bowl. There's no rules here. We're just gonna keep it really easy and just heaps of fun. So I have also, for a bit more of like fragrance and aroma, we have some spring onion and coriander. Now that we have all our fresh ingredients in the bowl, I'm gonna go with some seasonings. I'm adding light soy sauce, oyster sauce, Shaoxing cooking wine for a bit of complexity, sesame oil, ground white pepper, and chili oil for that kick. So if you're not a big fan of chili, you can halve the amount or just leave it out completely. But I do love a kick, so I've just gone all out. I'm leaving the dumpling mixture in the fridge for 30 minutes to rest so that all the flavors infuse, they kind of all just mix really nicely with that beef. Alrighty, so now my meat's been rested, I'm going to assemble my dumplings. So I'm using some round gaoji wrappers, which you can purchase from any store. Otherwise, gyoza wrappers are really good as well. So let's get assembling. To make the dumpling shape, I'm adding in about a teaspoon of the filling into the center of my wrapper. I'm lining half of the perimeter with a bit of water and folding over the dry side to meet the wet side. I'm pinching it and pressing it so that there's no air pockets and it's sealed really nicely. And just to finish, I'll stretch it over and make a little boat shape just to kind of make it fancy. Awesome, now my dumplings are ready. It's time to cook. Let's turn on the gas. Now that my pan is nice and hot, I'm gonna add in a bit of oil and we're gonna nicely place our dumplings in there. I'm spreading the dumplings out because they do tend to expand when they cook. So I don't want them to stick to each other. I want them to fry really nicely. They should start to sizzle. We're gonna let that cook for about 2 to 3 minutes until the bottoms become slightly golden, and then we're gonna add in some water. What I'm looking for when cooking the dumplings is a really hot fry pan. And the best way to do that, I think, is on gas, because it's instant, it's controllable, I can get that temperature really high, and I think that's the perfect way to cook dumplings. So my dumplings have been cooking for a couple of minutes. They are nice and golden at the bottom. I'm gonna add in some water, just enough to cover the base of all the dumplings. It's gonna sizzle, so watch out. There we go. And the lid's straight on. We're gonna let that cook, let it steam. They're gonna cook through nicely for about 5 minutes. The best way to tell when the dumplings are done is when the skins change color. They become a little translucent, but I do like to lift the lid off for some extra assurance, just let them cook for a couple more minutes so that they crisp really nicely. Just to finish off, why not a bit of extra chili oil for a bit more of a kick. A bit of extra coriander just for a bit of freshness. Spicy, but super easy to make, affordable. If you'd like to impress someone as well, I think this is the recipe for you, my pan-fried spicy beef dumplings.